are doing well, safe, and healthy during this COVID-19 coronavirus pandemic. Today, I am taking you through my breast explant surgery. You guys had so many questions on Instagram, so I decided to take you on this journey with me. Just a little background, I had 4 15cc silicone gel placed back in May 2010. About 2 years in, I started to notice my right shoulder having a lot of issues. It started rolling inward, and I just thought it had something to do with my training, because at that time I was really into fitness competitions, and so constantly doing lat pull downs and pull-ups, and it was kind of like those little exercises would trigger it. And if you think about it, if you're doing a pull-up and this shoulder rotates in and you continue to train that way, that can cause a lot of issues. About a year ago, that discomfort turned into a nerve shock pain that would run all the way down from my neck all the way down my arm. I had to be really careful with the way that I was training. I just completely stopped doing back. It would just trigger it, and I was out of commission for the next 2 weeks. I never thought it had anything to do with my implants. I honestly just thought it had all to do with the way I was training. About the time that I was having that nerve pain, my health also started to decline. My skin became really dull and cracking. My hair started breaking for the first time in my life. I started oversleeping and needing naps. I started experiencing depression and anxiety like never before. I mean, I might have experienced some sadness in like high school boyfriends or whatever, but this was debilitating. Not thinking those symptoms were implant related. I didn't even know it was a thing. I just started trying to do some more research for myself and looking at the patterns of when I was feeling low, because it wasn't all the time. 3 months out of the week I felt really good, but then this 1 week would come, and that's when I started realizing, oh my gosh, it's actually this 1 week where I feel this low, and just like overwhelmed with sadness and feeling like I'm not doing enough and I'm not worthy. I'm not a good parent. I'm not a good Zaya rep. I'm not a good, business owner for my personal training, and just feeling that sense of overwhelmingly not enough, and then just wanting to sleep and not being aware and alert of what my kids were doing. I had a 3-year-old at that time, and I had 2 teenagers, 1 teenager, 1 preteen, that have sports events and things with the school, and I would just feel like I need to be in bed. And if you know anything about me at all, you know how much I love my kids, and I love to do anything that they're doing with the school, anything. I'm like their biggest cheerleader. I'm right there. And I just had this sense of, or I had a lack of desire for activities. That was one of those breaking points for me, where I was like, no, this is not good. So when I realized that it was this 1 week, then that helped in my research, and I discovered PMDD, which is premenstrual dysphoric disorder. It's basically extreme PMS for a week period. And along with that started to come spotting, and another red flag for me. So again, this all kind of started around 2019. It kind of like slowly progressed. Every single month was a little bit different, but like a tiny bit worse. And so if you look at January to December, I just felt like, whoa, a huge health decline. At one point, I remember spotting for 10 days and then starting my menstrual cycle. And that's how it always worked. It would be like spotting and then menstrual cycle. But the 10 days was bonkers. And that's when I scheduled an appointment with my OBGYN, did some blood work. And in that blood work is when I found that I had extremely low testosterone and elevated thyroid levels. So she referred me to a endocrinologist, but right at that time, COVID-19 happened. Not to mention my second child had broke a bone. So my oldest son broke his collarbone January 1st, and my daughter broke her arm in March. And so it was just like a lot going on. I thought, I'm just gonna put this off, still work on my meditation and cleaning up my food, and started really focusing on like a thyroid therapeutic diet, which includes, well, I'll save that for another video, because that's a lot. But I did write a blog post on a few of the things that I like to buy. I'll link that below so that you can, if you want to see a video on thyroid therapeutic foods, let me know in the comments, and I will definitely work on that. So during this time of just realizing that my health is really wacky, and some of these things might be kind of, related, I started talking to more friends and doing more research, and that's what led me to implant illness. I became really intrigued and actually saw that silicone gel can cause thyroid disease, Hashimoto's, which Hashimoto's is what I'm pretty sure is my diagnosis with my elevated thyroid levels, because the symptoms are like spot on. Look up Hashimoto's disease that is 100% what I was experiencing as far as like internal health. So that was a bold statement. And I started talking to my husband about it. And I said, oh my gosh, this can actually, it blatantly says that this can cause, these silicone gel implants can cause thyroid disease. Like what? So we decided, okay, endocrinologist is very important, and I still plan to go see one. But in the meantime, we knew at that point I have to get these taken out. It's something we lightly had talked about before, but this is actually really serious now. Let's schedule the surgery. I did a couple consultations. I had some of the best reviews from a couple of my friends that I really respect and had already had the same surgery done. And I went with that doctor, which is Dr. Rodgers. I've already experienced 2 benefits from post-surgery, and if that's all that I've cured, I am forever happy about that. Right out of surgery, I could take a deep breath. It was like the first time that I've been able to, you know, take that deep breath. Before, it was like, oh my God, I can't get there, you know, and I would take a few more, and I felt like, oh my gosh, am I having like an asthma attack? And so I'd have to really just stop. And if I was in a situation where I was with people, I'd have to just walk away and kind of calm my mind and take that deep breath, and I would finally get it. But right out of surgery, I took a deep breath and it shocked me. I was like, oh my gosh, hi. I experienced, that's my daughter. I experienced, for the first time, that deep breath that felt so good. The other thing that I experienced was that, along with my shoulder pain, I came home that night. My daughter was laying in the bed next to me. She handed me her cup and she wanted me to put it on the table for her. So I just kind of did this little number, and my shoulder let out this loud, deep pop. And it was like, it almost brought tears to my eyes because it felt so good. It felt like something I had needed for years. I don't know. And so I just went like this, pop, and oh my gosh, such a relief. And even since then, I haven't had any shoulder pains. I have noticed that, I think over these years of just having my arm kind of push in the wrong direction, I'm gonna have to work on a lot of correcting. But for the most part, no neck pain. I can turn my neck like a normal person, which that really shocked my husband. Those are the only 2 things that I fixed. I am so happy, but I can say a third thing that I've slightly noticed, but everyone else has really noticed. And my skin, they said, is more glowing and it looks bright, and my hair and skin look really good. So that makes me really excited to know that everyone else is seeing that. It makes me feel really, really good. Okay, so the surgery that I had done was an explant and a lift. My scar looks similar to the anchor. There's my daughter again. Hi. And the reason why is because I did the lift. So that's why there's quite a few incisions, but I needed that in order to achieve the lift. Hey, sweet girl, you want to sit on my lap? Video.
So easy. That's on the door.
You're so funny. All right, so this is my first vlog, so give me some grace, but let's jump into the journey of my explant. Lots of swelling, but I feel really good. Drains are still in. It's day 3. I'm expecting to get them out on Monday, hopefully saying a little prayer that I can get them out on Monday. If not, it'll be Wednesday. But overall, I feel really good. Cody keeps telling me to lay down, so that's what I'm going to try to do. I still can't believe that these were in my body. Silicone gel, 425 cc's, 425. Can you see that? And pretty heavy. I just think it's kind of wild that these are in my body, and they look so normal and new. I mean, isn't that wild to think about? Let's see if they are both 425. Yep. Style 20, whatever that means. Oh, there they are. Out of the body. So crazy.
For the past 5 days, my life has been revolving around these front zip bras from Amazon. They're so comfortable and so soft. And then using these pads just to help from the drainage and living off of popsicles, anything cold and nutritious.
It's day 6 post-op and I just got to the doctor's office. So I'm really hoping for some good news. I still have my drains in. It's pretty disgusting. But I'm hoping that we can get them out. It's a super rainy day. It's really crazy. I do not have an umbrella, so running up the stairs is going to be interesting. I'm going to be careful, but oh man, I kind of missed my window. It like slowed down for a second. I should have ran in whenever I had the chance. But anyways, my appointment's in 1 minute. I'm really hoping that I can get my drains out. More on that in a minute. I need to make sure I'm not late to my appointment. Excited I got my drains out, but will you look at this day? Oh my god, I gotta get out to my car now. Hey, so I just got out of my 4-week appointment, so I'm a month out post-surgery. And he asked me how I'm feeling, and what came out of my mouth was, I feel pure joy. I feel like I got my joy back. I honestly feel like I'm 10 years younger. I literally feel like I got 10 years back. The 10 years that I lost, I feel like I got them back, which is beyond me. And let's see, so he took the tape off of my stitches and he said everything looks really good. The incisions look really good. One thing I was hoping he would say was that I get to swim, which I don't. I have to wait till 6 weeks, so I'd like 2 more weeks, which is not that bad. Also taught me how to massage, basically pulling everything up. You got to move everything, the muscle tissue and the skin all the way up. That's going to be fun. And let's see, just thinking about it. Everything looks good. And then one thing I realized that I did not talk about earlier was I had said that I would tell you why I wanted the drains out so bad. So why I wanted the drains back the last time I went to the doctor was because I think they're incredibly painful. At least they were for me, and maybe just because I wasn't expecting that. And I'm a side sleeper. When I'm sleeping, even on my back, I will naturally just kind of roll to my side. And when I did, it would hurt so bad. I felt like a pencil was just being like stabbed into my ribs. That was not cool. And then you have to hook them on a lanyard while you take a shower, and try your best not to let, like during the day, sweat get in there and cause any kind of bacteria infection. So whenever you shower, you have to make sure you clean it really good, and that does not feel good. It just does not. And then you see it, it's even hard to look at because it's just like an open hole in your skin with a drain stuck in it. So I got those out for that reason, or I was happy about getting those out for that reason. But going back to today's appointment, he said I can run, I just have to listen to my body and make sure I wear a very compressive bra, like more than I've ever had compressive. And I have a couple really good ones. Actually, the Light and Tight strappy bras by Zaya are perfect for that. So I'm gonna start slowly trying to run. I'm very excited about that. No weights yet, no upper body weights, although I've done like some really light, just body weighted, just like straight arms up and down, and like trying to practice full range of motion, but nothing crazy. So I'm gonna wrap the video up here. Thank you so much if you're still here. Thank you for watching, and I look forward to seeing you on my next video. Bye.